What do you want?
I need my phone
Go on.
so I can check to find the remote.
Hey, thank you, Tanisha. Wagwan. I know I'm early now, I doesn't have to set up. I'm feeling very happy. I'm feeling very happy. Me know say Nisha, I figure say you know, cause it's name Tanisha. And oh, me like the 7 day challenge one I doing. You know, the David said I asked me, but because I never have no power, all of them something. That's why I didn't. I'm feeling very happy, thinking about the good old days. Yeah, so you plan to do it again soon? Let me know if you plan to do it again. That's how it I'm feeling very happy, thinking about the good old days. Next month, me go back already next month. Them I open up the school next month, so I'm not even too sure how that's gonna go yet. We just share that something to somebody. Hey, Tanya. Thank you for coming. Hey, Tanya. Wait, I'm hearing myself echoing from my phone. Alrighty, so let's jump right into it, guys. So the topic tonight is, should couples live together before they get married? What says you? Do you think couples should live together before they get married? Hey Sandra, thanks for coming. So tonight's topic is, do you think couples should live together before they get married? And Tanya is saying yes. I'll wait for some more responses. Do you think people should live together before they get married? Come true with me here, wanna say. Come true. But do you think should couples live together? Tanya, I'm just waiting to see if anybody else has anything to say. Do you think couples should live together before they get married? Sandra says no. And guys, I'll be looking down because for whatever reason, the comments take a long time to show up on my screen. So I have to use my other phone. Hey, Christina. You know, like me, I pay for pop up at this. So I can add you as a mat. How you doing? So I'm just having people weighing in. No, Christina said no, not necessarily. She doesn't think so. Sandra said no. You can elaborate. Elaborate. Why do you think people should not live together, Sandra? And Christina, it's a 50-50 based on your answer. And Tanya, why do you think that they have to live together before marriage? I personally think they do not need to live together before they get married, but that's up to the individual. But from a biblical perspective, I don't feel it's necessary to live together. And also, even if I'm not talking about it from a spiritual perspective, I don't think people need to live together before they get married, because I've known people that lived together for years, then got married, and the marriage failed. And I know people that never lived together, and their marriage their marriage is still going on. So elaborate. I want to hear your responses. right, there are 10 people here, so share your views. Okay, I think it depends on the people. I think it's okay if it's mutual, but both parties want to wait. That's cool too. But sometimes when you live with a person, you really find out if you guys will work out. And I can agree with that to an extent because, like I said, I know couples that never live together and they're fine. I think with any relationship, it has to do with compromise. So, and I feel like you discuss things beforehand. You don't just get with somebody and be like, oh, I'm gonna get married. Like, you know what I mean? It's okay, Tanisha. I know sometimes the internet be bugging, but so I don't necessarily. I know I read what you said though, so I don't know. But I can see your perspective. Again, it takes the two individual, true, but I don't deem it necessary to live with somebody before you get married. Um, Sandra said it's not right in the eyes of God. You should spend a lot of time together, but living together, no. I agree also, Sandra. I feel like if you two are not Christians and that's the route you want to go to, that's up to you. But if from a spiritual standpoint, if it's not if from a spiritual standpoint, it's definitely a no. But for me, it's not solely based on a spiritual perspective for me because I feel like it's not necessary, period. Because like I said, I know people. I grew up seeing this couple that were together since I was like 3 years old. My earliest memory of this couple. I grew up watching this couple, and I'm 30 years old now, and they got married when I was like 5 years ago, and the marriage didn't even last a year. They lived together for years. They have two kids, but as soon as they got married, the marriage failed. So, and then on the other hand, I have my cousin and his wife that they never lived together before they got married. They got married and they just celebrated their 10-year wedding anniversary. So it has to do with the individuals. Um, my sister says she want to live with the person, or because I have some Americans, so they might not understand the patois. So Nicole is saying that she wants to live with a person before so she knows their ways. And again, I don't feel like knowing living with somebody actually you know their ways, because I feel like you never truly know someone. You never truly know someone. So it don't matter if you live together or you don't live together. It takes two individuals who decide, listen, comes what may, we're gonna make our relationship work. And Christina is saying that if they do decide to live together before marriage, then there must be a time frame as to what the plan is. True, I posted this question on my Facebook and a girl responded. She's a Christian and she was like, no, to an extent, because she lived with her husband, her fiance, 3 months before they got married, and they only decided to do that after he proposed to her. And Sandra also said that it is sending the wrong message to your partner because they will think that they will want to marry you because they already got what they wanted from you without marriage. Um, I don't necessarily agree with that. And this is why I opened the floor for this discussion, because I feel like you can be giving them what they want, and if a man don't decide to marry you, he won't marry you no matter what you're doing for him. And on the other hand, you can hold your ground and say, listen, I'm not crossing that line, and you get married. So from that aspect, I don't really think that is you having sex with them or not. Because you can have boom flick, you can be doing everything to please a man, and he still won't marry you. And I've seen that happen. This lady in my community, she slept with the man the night before and didn't know that this man was getting up to go marry a whole nother lady the next morning. And she and this man was together for years. So I don't think it's you giving them what they want. And I completely agree with you, Tanisha. From a biblical perspective, it is not right. But not everyone is thinking about it from our perspective. As a Christian, now I think about it from a spiritual standpoint. But even before then, I've done it before and it was not something I was comfortable with. Because even when I was living with him, we were together for 6.5 years, and even when I was living with him, I still had my house. It became it just something that I just didn't feel right. I feel like I want to break generational cycles of shacking up. I don't want to carry that over into my generation. I'm not into the shacking up business. I feel like if a man wants you, then he should make that arrangement. Because at the end of the day, if the SCX is whack, and guys, let me throw this out there. Please do not use numbers in the chat. If you're gonna send an emoji, only one emoji. Do not type in caps because YouTube acts funny sometimes and they will delete this broadcast. So no numbers. If you must comment with spell the number out. So yeah, I don't necessarily think you have to live with someone. Honestly. Don't matter. So my question is, what if you were with someone, right? And you two have been kicking it, been dating. I don't even know if dating is the appropriate word because what people call dating these days. But say you two have been dating exclusively and one party say, you know what, I want to live together before, and the other party says no. Would that hinder you from moving forward with your relationship? How many people on here are married? How many people on the live are married? You're saying that every person should try to or shouldn't? Oh, they shouldn't. But that's what I'm saying, Christina. I don't know. Like it takes it to individual, but I can only talk about it from a spiritual perspective because I posted this on my Facebook and people run come. What the Bible say about fornicators? I know what the Bible say about fornicators, but not everybody is saved, sanctified, and holy. We would pray that they are, but not everyone is like that. Not everyone grew up the way that we grew up. You know what I mean? Not everyone grew up with that biblical with that biblical aspect in their lives. You are a widow. I extend my sympathy to you, Sandra. Um, that's a hard one, honestly. I'm feeling very happy thinking about the good old days. Yeah. I don't see any more messages coming in, so let's wait. There's 7 of us here, so we're waiting. Again, don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up, guys. Each party can live in each party can live in their own home and still have a healthy relationship. If they are exclusive, maybe they will make the man pop the question faster if he truly wants to be under the same roof. True, 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 Christina. But again, you can still do that. And if the man is not ready to settle down, it does not matter what ultimatum you give him. And I feel like if you're with someone and you have to give them a ultimatum as to like, listen, we've been together for 8 years or whatever, it's time for us to get married. I'm like, no, no, I mean, I don't feel like if you have to give someone an ultimatum or you have to do something so drastic, you understand? For them. Now I realize Christina, but I'm like, I don't know. They say them come for me on Facebook strong, strong. But what the Bible says about fornicators and this, yeah, but I mean, everybody like what's his name said earlier in the comments. He was saying that it depends on the two individual. But I want to know, what if you're dating someone exclusively and they decide, listen, I want to try living with you before marriage, and the other person oppose? Would that cause division in your relationship? Because every relationship you need compromise. And I believe that before you enter a relationship, there are certain things that you need to sit down and talk about. Because that should have been something that was even previously discussed before you said, you know what, let's be exclusive. Exactly, but some men, Christina, them no want to settle down, no, but they want all the benefits. That's the thing. Excuse me, they want all the benefits. They want all the benefits of being in a relationship. That's why I'm like, I was with someone for 6.5 years, and as I said, and out of that 6.5 years, we lived together for 4 years, I think, yeah, or 4.5 years. And I vowed to myself, I would never do something like that again. Christina, you never know, say. You never know, say that she. Okay, I think if he doesn't marry you within a 2 year span, then you should move on. Otherwise, you are wasting your time and you are holding up God's plan for your life. Completely agree with that. I vow to myself that I will never ever sit in no relationship with no man past 2 years. I'm not do it again because again, you're gonna have your whole life to know it, to get to know this person. It does not matter how long you are with someone. You just, and nobody's perfect. You just gonna find somebody who is perfect enough for you. You understand what I mean? Like from the get-go, from the beginning of the relationship, there are just certain things that just not gonna fly with you. Your partner must know if that's something he's willing to do or not. Somebody is saying that they're trying to comment on the thing and it's not working. I don't know what that is. All right, goody. Go and talk for your phone, yeah? But yeah, so I don't know. I agree with her too. I don't feel like you should sit down with someone for so long and them not knowing if they want to marry you. Like, this is why I hate when I have these type of discussions and they're not men on here because I feel like our answers are just biased. But in a real life, yeah, I don't know, like growing up in the Pentecost church, for me that was a definite no growing up. Like no shacking up, no shacking up business now go on. And up until now, I sometimes I wonder if that is where it came from. But then I grew up seeing all my family shacking up. So I decided for me, that's why I said, yes, it's a spiritual thing, but it's also not for me because I grew up not wanting that for myself. Like that's all I saw growing up. I just didn't want that for myself. And I believe that some of these things are just generational. They just follow you. Like, guys, I'm sorry. Give me 1 minute. I'm responding to someone is texting me about. I don't know why they can't comment on the live, so they're texting me. So, all right. Let me read the comments. A man who yes, Christina. I true. If a man want the woman, he know that. If the man want the woman, he know that. You don't need. I strongly believe that. Every man knows if you are one person. I had a friend that was on the live. He's coming back. He had left. I want to hear because it's different when we hear from a male perspective, right? So, Brooklyn, I have to call everybody name shot by their first name. So, one of the ladies in the chat were saying that, um, because since we're on the topic, right, of living together before marriage, a lady was like, no woman shouldn't be with no man for more than 2 years, and he hasn't popped the question. So we were saying that we wanted a man's perspective on that because the situation is kind of biased since we're all females in this discussion. So how do you feel about that? What would you say is your time frame as a man before saying, listen, I want to marry this woman? And do you feel like you have to live with someone before you get married? So Christina is saying when a man meets a woman and they truly want and respect, they know instantly if that person they want to marry. I believe that. Okay, so the question, one of the ladies stated that, let me scroll up. It was Sandra that posted that question. Well, that made that statement. So Sandra was saying that she doesn't think if a man doesn't want to marry you within a 2 year span, the female should be with him. You should just move on because you're basically holding her from who God truly has for her, or just holding her back from the person she's meant to be with. Period. So, from a male perspective, do you think that is too much to ask for from females? Like, listen, if he doesn't marry me within a 2 year span, then this relationship is a dub. I personally, me decide, I ain't sitting down with nobody's son that long. You know, and Christina, you're absolutely right. When a man meets a woman, they know if they're willing to spend the rest of their lives with that woman. Because there's just certain I feel like when you are getting to know someone, there are certain things that you look for in that person, certain qualities. And if they don't have that right there, and then you're gonna be like, nah, pull up. Like that's it. You know what I mean? So I agree with that. But now still with nobody's son so long yet, either Sandra. I am not sitting with nobody's son so long. I feel like if you know, you know. Like honest to God, as a females are a little shy, but a female knows, and y'all can be honest if you want to, and agree or not. A female knows when they see a guy in the street and the guy approach them right there and then, that female already know, like, you know, some will give my chance or not. You already know. Females, we know, we just don't want to say it, but we know. And I feel like it's the same thing with a man. A man is gonna be with a woman and probably like he might feel around for a good 3 months, all right, 6 months. I think by the time it gets to a year, because I feel like after 3 months, all that butterfly phase is gone. That butterfly phase is gone after 3 months. No, them start and now you start pick up on little things where it was cute in the beginning, where it not cute no more. So I feel like you don't need to be with somebody for no 2 3 years. What I look like, especially if I'm watching. This is the thing: you're washing, you're cooking, you're performing all these wifely duties. So why not put a ring on it? Okay, so Brooklyn is saying, I think this should be a conversation of marriage by 2 years. Y'all don't have to be married, but things should be headed in that direction. True, but we're saying that some men, right? Some men they want the whole living together before marriage, and they have no intention of actually asking that person to marry them. I'm always cute. Speak for yourself. What you talking about? No, but in real life though, I'm just like people we know. When you know, you know. Like you can see a girl and you be like, yo, there's something about this girl. I may I check for her, and yeah, you know, they don't have. Christina is saying that they don't have to get married in that 2 year. But yes, marriage should be discussed. Absolutely. And this is why I'm saying that if that is not something that is even discussed, right? Why do you want to shack up? Why? This is why I don't feel like it's necessary to live with somebody before you get married in a real life. But I 2 year max, 2 year max. May I give I'm giving somebody's son. I ain't saying no with nobody for that long. I'm not even talking about mess. It's even messing around. See, and this is one of the reasons I feel like things sex, because I YouTube, I have to spell some words. Sex complicate things. I feel like if I can get to know you without sex, then I know we have something good. Like if you can create a bond so strong with someone that does not involve sex, then you know that when sex comes in, it's yes. After 6 months, you should know if you want a person to be in your future. Exactly what I'm saying. 6 months too short for what? What is 6 months too? I'm gonna scroll back up. I know me I missed my message. Listen, Nisha, a black people alone, I swear to God, I won't, white folks to say nothing to you. But black people are the only set of people, black men are the only set of men that feels like they have to string a black woman out for a long period of time before they actually put a ring on it, right? You see, when a black man go pick up a white girl, yo, in a 6 months him put ring on it. Why do we have to struggle? Why do we have to struggle for Why do black women have to go through all of this before the man know if he wants her or not? Why? Yes, guys. Use you can okay. Quick, let me tell you probably weren't here, so we can only use one emojis in the chat, and if you're gonna do a number, you have to spell the number out. No, 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 Christina, you can just retract his message. I saw it. After 6 months, you should know if you want to be with a person in your future. Nisha, LOL, 6 months too short. No, 6 months not too short, nothing. What do you mean? Elaborate some more for me, Brooklyn. You said that that is not true about sex. Elaborate that for me. Okay, so Brooklyn, they held your message for review. So I'm not going to this is what YouTube does. Okay, so his message is held and you guys won't see it, but I'm gonna read his message. So his message, you can hit it off with a person without sex. Then y'all can finally have sex and there's no sexual chemistry, then what? All right, see? But I feel like, guys, I hope, let me read that one more time for y'all already. Okay, somebody approved the message, it's fine. He said, he's saying that you can hit it off with a person without sex, then y'all can finally have, do the do, and there's no chemistry. Shan Kitchen, good night, darling. All right. I don't know if I completely agree with that because I feel like, you see, when somebody hit it off, there's just a tension. You can feel it. And if we're kicking it and we're getting to know each other and I don't have that sexual connection with you, obviously there and then we know say it's a wrap right there. We know that. I feel like you feel that. You understand? Our kind of struggle, Nisha. So I don't completely agree with that. Good girl, Nisha. Nisha said her husband proposed to her within 6 months of meeting, and they're still together. So again, Anisha, were you guys living together before he proposed? Were you guys ever living together? Thank you, darling Shen. Yeah, I don't know why they held this. I don't know why they held this. I think it's because he used the sex word so many times. As I'm telling you, they think it's sexual, and I don't know why because I want my content that is not for kids. So I don't know what the problem is. I'm not saying no. I'm not unnecessarily. Honestly, if I'm with somebody and the sex is whack, I would not leave them. That's what I'm saying. You see, when you build a bond with someone where the sex is not involved, you become so comfortable to the point where I feel like if the sex is whack, you can actually sit down and say, yo, babes, you know that you're not pleasing me a certain way, and y'all can work on it together. I would want my partner to tell me. If you love me and you want our relationship to work and so you won't stray, you're gonna tell me. And that may I wait for Anisha for answer to. How long did she know her? Well, she said, but Christina, she said he proposed 6 months of meeting her. That's what this she said. My husband proposed to me within 6 months of meeting me. So I want to know too, they knew each other prior but did not have that type of interaction or something. Exactly, Sandra. I believe that you can build a bond with someone without sex, and that happened to me. My relationship that lasted 6.5 years, we see, I was very young, so I was 14 plus when I met him, and we both liked each other. He was 10 years older than me, so we weren't doing nothing at all until one day after my 18th birthday. So check from I was 14 plus. Me and this man be talking on the phone. He giving me money, doing all this, right? And then 18, one day after my 18th birthday is when he got in the cookie jar. So what you're saying? So Brooklyn, if you're with someone and the SEX ain't up to par in your standard, you're not gonna tell that person and try to work on it. All right, guys, I'm trying to play catch up with the comments. Nisha still no answer yet. We are wait for. We want to know how long you did know you know Dutchman, man. We actually were not friends because he made it clear that he didn't want to be friends with me. He made that crystal clear. I knew his family. Well, he didn't really know my family because it was just me and my brothers. My mother was already living in America. Exactly, Sandra. I believe that if you hit it off and y'all are talking and y'all kind of hang out and stuff like that, when you be all right. So I am not into short guys at all. If you're short, me know why you. Cause I'm a tall girl. I'm a big girl. I'm a thick girl. So I met this guy through a mutual friend, and she did not tell me that he was short. Right? She did not tell me he was short because she know I was not into short guys. And when I tell you I was in school up in upstate New York and he was in the city, he was in New York. And me and this dude was talking on the phone. Yes, we exchanged pictures, but in his pictures he was always sitting down and I never thought anything of it, right? Never. But let me tell you, we were talking for like 3 months on the phone, video chatting, exchanging pictures, right? I never saw a picture of him standing up. And I never asked because I wasn't thinking about it. And when I finally came to New York and he came to pick me up so we could officially go on a date and he came out the car, yeah, I was like, oh my God, he's short. And I was taken aback. But because I had a bond with him and I was extremely comfortable with him, no, I'm not short. I'm 5'9" and something. And when I wear heels, I'm pushing like a good 6 foot. That's why I don't date short guys. Yeah, and he was short. And I was like, yo, I was like so disappointed. But even then I still continue talking to him. And we dated for like a year. But again, for whatever reason, I do not feel safe when I'm with a short guy. I no lie, this dude straight up told me one time, like we were on a block and he was like, yo, baby, if they coming, I'm running. He dead ass told me he was gonna leave me. And this is why I can't be a short guy. Like I need to feel protected. Feel me? And let me play catch up. What you mean that's not true about SEX? What you mean, Brooklyn? That's not true. It is true. And you said it was nice of most, but most women. That's nice of you, but most women are. So me not understand. So you're not gonna tell if you are with a girl and the vibe not there. You're not gonna say to her. I feel like men, but let me tell you something. Men go off of what they see, right? So men will still hit it even if there's no chemistry. They gonna hit it and they go just pop and that's it. But for a woman body really has to react. A woman body will not open up to you if the chemistry not there. It not gonna happen. Okay. No, we were not friends. Ah, that's sweet, Christina. You married your high school sweetheart. I thought I would be with my high school sweetheart. Well, he was my high school sweetheart. He was the guy I was with for how many years? So he was no high school sweetheart. Shot. What is session? Shot man tear up sheets? Well, if they want tear up sheet, they have to put a ring on it, okay? I'm not 6'2". Don't get slapped now. What you mean? Well, Nisha, you say a man not tearing a sheet, so in shots? No, sir. Talk. Christina, absolutely right. See, y'all met in high school and y'all are still married. And again, were you guys ever living together before you got married? Exactly. And again, Nisha never meet the man that she was with ever, right? And 6 months, the man already know same one Nisha in her life forever. So the man asked her for marriage. So I don't know where men come with this thing that they need to shack up with somebody before they get married. We have the rest of our lives to shack up together. Nisha, when good girl, Nisha, good girl. But look like a little teddy bear. My child, man, for real. Who said that? Someone commented on a. You see the video that I did with the photo shoot. Somebody actually said that to me. They were like, "Yo, you look short." This is why I always sit down in my videos. I never do a video standing up because if I stand the tripod, no matter if I have the tripod stand at its tallest, it still will not catch all of me. I have heard men say that if the S not satisfying to them, they will not stay. Exactly, they will not stay, right? Christina, but they're in the midst of it, they're gonna take it as that's just what men do. Men react off of what they see. So even though the vibe not nice with the tuano, they gonna take it because them rise to the occasion for them go do it. Exactly. Which one of the comments are you referring to, Sandy? Marbles. Listen, so voila, you jump off of that, if you come jumping on my inbox, come back on the live. Sure. Come on the live. We're having a discussion on the live. Yes, they will hit and miss and not pursue a relationship. You're absolutely right. Welcome back, Tanya. Exactly, and this is why I feel like see, so people could have see various. And how long have you been together now, Christina? You might not want to give that away, 'cause it might give away your age. But how long have you guys been together now? Of course, yeah, I'm a good girl. And Tanisha, how long have you guys been married? Since y'all met, and did you all live together before he asked you within that 6 months frame to marry him? But that's that shake. I'm not laughing. Sure. I want to know, since you met him within 6 months without not having any prior knowledge of each other, he asked you to marry him. Do you guys shack up before you got married, since within that 6 month frame? And you guys, how long have you guys been married? And Christina, you said you and your husband never lived together, but you were high school sweethearts, and you are still currently living together. I know you guys have a child. So, how long has it been? I say to all of them man them when they on my Facebook, I tell me, boy, yes, they're gonna be a part of this discussion. And I don't know where all of them there tonight. They must know say woman them when I will come out strong for the life here. I don't know. I'm not living with anybody. before marriage. Right now, not even my cookie jar not open before marriage. That's just where I stand these days. I feel like you know, and that's how teaching your partner certain things come into it. And I believe whether you are a Christian or not, there are certain conversations that you're going to have with your partner. So you're going to know if this is something you want to pursue or not. Because there are certain speculations that I have for a relationship. And if you know, if you are not into certain things or you're not open-minded or something like that, you have some grown man with baby taste bud. Me can't buy the man with baby taste bud. You understand? Oh, so your anniversary is this week. Good. No, Sasha, you're right. You're right on cue, darling. So tonight's topic is, should couples live together before marriage? And we have a few people on the live that are saying they never lived together with their spouse before they got married, and their marriage is pretty much good. Another young lady said that her husband proposed within 6 months of them meeting and getting to know each other, and they're still together. So, do you think you would want to shack up with someone before getting married? And we also discussed the time frame. How long you think you're willing to sit down with a man before you pop the question? Listen, Brooklyn, you're not gonna come baby taste buds. You don't know baby taste buds. Like, they're not open to trying anything new. Like, they nothing. They're just stuck. If they want to eat rice and peas, it's just rice and peas. They're not willing to try something else. Go try some roti. Like, you understand? Yeah. So they have baby taste buds. And men that have baby taste buds, I cannot deal with them. You need to be open-minded. You're adults like me. I have a desire to travel because I want to experience other culture. And even though I don't eat meat, I went to Puerto Rico. I don't eat meat. And I went to Puerto Rico, and there was this thing. It looked so good. It was an egg roll thing, and I didn't know it was steak. And I tried it. I tried it even though it made me nauseous because I don't eat meat. And you know, you don't eat something for a period of time and it's no longer in your system, it doesn't sit well. But I tried it and it was good. I will never have it again. Yes, on a laugh, a baby taste buds them have, man. We can't deal with the man they want have baby taste buds. That don't make no sense to me. Okay, Sandra, thank you. You know you always show up. Thank you, darling. Thank you. And y'all can play with each other. Sandra is in my watch party group. Me dey wait for somebody to say they now buy pussy in a bag. I was waiting. Okay, so Tanya, you're not buying pussy in a bag, right? But think about it. Sometimes you buy the pussy in a bag and the package is just as great. So what difference does it make? And sometimes you still have people that marry people knowing say work. A friend of mine texted me this week actually, but I already had this topic. And she said, can you do a topic for me where you're talking about how do you tell your spouse that they whack in bed? And she was like, he just keep asking me, baby, am I good? You like it, you like it. And she's like, yo, I want to scream and say, no, you whack. That's what she said to me. And she asked me, but I'm not going to have a discussion like that. That's a Venetia for spicy something. Me not do them type because me know say the conversation probably will get a little bit vulgar. But if that have a spicy Saturday, me tell her I say to go over Nisha like spicy Saturday. Me say I know another YouTuber that do spicy Saturdays, they can go over there go ask the question. But Tanya, does it matter if you marry a pussy in a bag or not? What if we with the man? See, I feel like we're just basing this on a sexual desire, right? Marriage is so much more than just sex. Because sex don't pay no bills. Sex don't give you companionship. sex won't feel your emotional desires, because you can be with somebody and having sex with somebody and still be lonely. So I don't. That's why for me, the marry pussy in a bag. Don't get me. My younger self, when I was younger, I used to be like, me not marry no pussy in a bag. But as I get older, I feel like based on what I know I want out of a man and out of a relationship, it's easy for me to just weed out people. Because I'm a very straight up person. Like I am a very upfront person, and I'm gonna tell you like this is where it is. I'm not gonna lead you on. If you want to, stay without getting the cookie, then I your business. And I'm not saying that even though you have that stance saying you're not giving up the cookie before marriage and all those things, it might not happen. Because if two person are somewhere and emotions and feelings start flying because you're attracted to each other, anything is liable to happen. But I'm saying with the sole intention of being like, listen, may I have sex with this person before we get married? No. Shan love it foolishness, Okay, yo, you getting on my nerve talking about rice and peas is good though, especially with some oxtails and sweet plantains with cabbage. I'm just saying, okay, but you don't want to expand your taste bud and taste something different. That's all I'm saying. Look at that. And that's what I'm saying, Nisha. Look at that. You two did not even live together before. That's what I'm saying, guys. Listen, are you on my live? You're there on my live. Don't start anything. Hey, Jan and Joy Vlogs. Absolutely, you can join in. Tonight's discussion is pasted on the screen. We're talking about if we think couples should live together before they get married or not. But the discussion is open. We're talking about several things within under the umbrella of that. Because someone is saying 2 years is the max that they're willing to stay with someone. If they don't propose by then gone. Okay, Tanya, but see, this is what I'm saying. You're saying that if the sex is whack, you are going to cheat. And this is what I'm saying though. If you genuinely are interested in somebody and see yourself having a relationship and a future with that some person, why would sex let you cheat? You can teach the person. If them a go so you want them waist come so you hold them waist and carry so. And then you carry them face go so you want them face here so. You carry them face come here so. You teach your partner. There's gonna be somebody in the relationship is gonna have more experience than someone else. You understand what I mean? So it just have to take like, see, I was with someone and you say you're gonna cheat. I was with someone and they were just very close-minded, right? And just tunnel vision to one thing. And I said to that person, I was like, let me tell you something. I'm bored because I got bored. I felt like the relationship became a routine and it was bored. I was bored. And I said to him, I said, listen, I'm bored in the relationship. And he was my first. This was my first. This is the person I was with for 6.5 years. I said, I'm bored. And for you to be the first person I'm ever with, I thought, there would have been more experience there. And I genuinely sat down and had this conversation with him. And I said, I'm craving more. Like, I want to do other things within the relationship. I'm bored. And for a long time, he was still with the routine until I packed my stuff up and went to my house. And I was like, I can't do this. If I'm telling you, I sat down and I said, babes, there's no disrespect, but I love you and I can see our relationship going further because I'm somebody, I'm easily bored. So I openly had a discussion with that person. I'm not going to say I'm going to cheat. If you are willing to work on your relationship, you should work on your relationship on all aspects of your relationship. Yeah, you can't just cheat. You can't just cheat because of sex. You can't just cheat because of sex. It should be something more. Why you cheat? Because if I was with someone and I was going to cheat, I think I would cheat because probably of lack of emotional support or something. You understand? Yes, yes. Shan soon get married. Shan just save a piece of cake. Okay. Sasha is saying that I personally want to live with him. Go sleep in the other room. We don't have sex or nothing, but I want to see what I'm getting myself into. And again, I feel like from a spiritual, you're Christian, Sasha, from a spiritual perspective, if you are attracted to somebody, let me tell you something. What the Bible say? But present where evil present itself, right? If you are putting yourself in a position like that, come on, the devil gonna tempt you know. You're gonna be tempted. You're not gonna know room or the man not gonna say attracted to you and you the round there son him can come round there son nothing happens. But I don't feel like you have to live with someone. But you're see, but I'm not saying you're not gonna have sex for the rest of your life. You're not going to have what sex. I'm saying, like I said, you can teach the person if you're with someone and it's beyond sex, as I'm saying, we look at relationships from just a sexual perspective. There's so much more to a relationship than sex. You have some people in a relationship, the only time they actually cuddle up with each other is after sex or during sex. They have nothing else other than sex. I don't want to be in a relationship if that's all it is about. We can't do nothing else. If we not have sex, we can't do nothing else. That is not a healthy relationship. That not healthy. This not only fans is another topic because that's straight prostitution. What your body? What is wrong with your body? Oh, Jan and Joyce from the Philippines. I just saw that comment. Thank you very much for joining us. Why would you be locked in a bathroom crying, Tanya, on your wedding night? Just because the sex is what to me, no, like it varies. So, because there was a story of a couple, right? The girl was like, this man asked her to marry him. Good, nice, like a Christian man. She a Christian, and she say, oh, she was so ecstatic because this man never asked her to do the do, and on their wedding night, the man something was not even. He just had a pointer. He literally had nothing down there, and she filed for an annulment. Thank you, Christina. Right, it's not everything, but it is important. I completely understand that, and I agree. But I'm saying some relationship is solely based on sex, and it has to be something more than just sex. You see, as soon as we started discussing this, everybody mind went to sex. There must be something more because at the end of the day, your body's gonna get weary and stuff like that. And if the person body don't look like how it used to look, you feel like say the attraction is gonna be there. You have to there has to be something more than just the physical of you just being attracted to them because the sex is good. That's the only thing that gonna hold your relationship together. If a man whack him whack, if he's 1 minute, he's 1 minute. I have experienced it. I feel like I want to cry. I have experienced it also. I have experienced it also, but I did not just completely be like, yo, I was done. No, and it got better because, like me say, I'm the type of woman that's gonna tell you, like, listen, I am not being pleased, especially if me know say me I please you. You understand? I'm going to have that discussion. As I'm saying, if your relationship is solely based on sex, you cannot have those type of discussion with your partner. Because that's a lot for a man's ego, for his woman to be saying, babes, you know, say, you know, you're not pleasing me, you know what I mean? It's a lot. It is. But that's what I'm saying. I want to be so comfortable in a relationship that even if the sex is what we can sit down and have a conversation with him and we work on it together. This is why my biggest thing in a relationship is communication. Trust me, communication. Sometimes you have to crave, you have to crave sometimes, Nisha. That's what I said to Conway. So Conway is saying if they are Christian, I would say no. But if they are not Christians and the relationship grows, then it would be good. I said that too. I said if the persons are not Christians, fine. But even so, for me, I did it before I gave my life to God, and it was still an uncomfortable situation for me because I just felt like that's all I saw growing up, and I didn't want to be a part of that. I didn't grow up to see any structure of marriages in my family, of two parent households and stuff like that. So for me, that was very uncomfortable for me. And I was like, no. I remember the point where our relationship got so rocky because he wanted a child. And I refused to have a child living in a one bedroom. I said, if you want to have a child, put on a room on the house. I refused to have a child because I grew up with me, my mother, and my father in one room. And I was like, no, ain't working. Nah, not with me. Exactly, Shan. You have to, there has to be an emotional, the emotional aspect has to be there for me. Because we can't tell you, say, you see, if a woman is not emotionally connected to you somewhere, the cookie jar won't open. Have you ever, men on the live, have you ever tried to have sex with a woman and no matter how you try put in it, it just not go in? Or if you do go in, it just dry because her body is not stimulated by you, and that's because she don't have, there's no type of emotional connection. The woman body now open up, she have to have some type of liking to you like that to say, yo, yeah. No, listen, yes, the life before that we're talking about the compromise, but it goes back. If the compromise can be something like this where I can teach you, because teaching somebody is your body. You know how you would want to be touched. So if you have your partner and you know say your neck or your spot and he love kiss you on your forehead and you know say that now do it, you say, baby, kiss me on my neck. If you know say on your neck and somewhere else say, baby, and there's something like it. That's how you work on your sexual relationship with your partner. But I feel like there's so many other things that is much more important than the sex. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Like me, I say, yo, you're happy. You think say when you're not in a mood, or say I'm at home. Yo, I remember this couple told me that, yo, this man was like, when his wife is on her cycle, he cannot stand to be around her because he can't do the do. Their entire relationship is based on doing the do, to the point where when she's on her cycle, the man no one their own him wife. He does not want to be interacting with his wife because why? They have nothing else in common, nothing they could talk about other than the sexual desire they have for each other. No, what kind of unhealthy relationship is that? If I'm on my cycle, my husband supposed to can hug me up and wrap me up same way as if I wasn't on my cycle. That's why it's much more than sex, whether it's whack or not. If it's whack, me guarantee you say it can get better over time. It's just sex is just like cooking to me. Sex is just like cooking. You have some people who can't cook, but when they meet someone and them know say a person love eat, them start practice. Them start practice because they want to be better at it. So if you tell your partner that, listen, babes, you know say you're not please me. If them really want them relationship to work, they're going to start trying to improve. Of course, Christina, that nonsense. Me not think your wife no no. A man tell me that. A man tell me that say when your wife the pan cycle, you want to run it on. Because that's all their relationship is about. So I was like, why did you get married? The man said because the sex is great. Her head game is great. That's what he used to describe his wife. Exactly. And I'm so happy that I have so many married people on here. Like, me sure, all right. Me sure say, like Christina say, she and her husband were high school sweethearts. I'm sure there's a lot of things that they experienced together. What if one of them went say, yo, who want to experience somebody new already or who have more experience? Then they wouldn't have been celebrating their wedding anniversary this month. So it's way more than that. I'm sure say that is something where you can always work on. Guaranteed. That's something you can always work on. And guys, while you're on here, drop it in the comments and tell me what do you think my next live topic should be. And what topic I'm not really sure if more I use it. Then people are sending me long message here and I don't feel like reading it. What should my topic be for the next live, guys? Because y'all know my lives don't be long. My lives are like 2 hours the most. Can me get hot, so my throat get dry. Me can't bother to talk so long. Yup. Exactly. And that's a no lie, that's the type of relationship I want. I want to be able to call my husband my best friend. Like, yo, I'm corny. American today something they corny. The type of relationship I wanna have, I wanna be silly. Cause you see me? I get bored easily, Christina. I'm not telling a lie. See, and he's the better cook. Exactly. There's gonna be certain things that him good at and vice versa. I get bored very easily. So the person that I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with, then Godos have to know so they have to keep me entertained. Cause I'm bored. Like I get bored easily. I get bored very easily. I think my next topic is gonna be about inconsistency. Why are men so inconsistent? Or something of that nature. Me love cook. All right, it's funny because today I was having a conversation with a guy friend of mine. And I was like, me no like iron. Me wear my clothes crush. Me not telling a lie. Me no like to crush clothes, but because to the rate of how I don't like to iron, I will wear my clothes crush. And he said to me, he said, what? He said, my wife, I iron. Mr. Lensop, what you mean? Mr. What if your wife can iron, but it's something that she don't like? He's saying compromise. Mr. But that is a compromise. If she doesn't like to iron and you don't like to cook and she like to cook, she cook and you iron. What's the problem? I say all the time, like my best friend and I, we live together, right? And this was the example I used. I said, my best friend and I live together. I don't like to do, you say laundry and iron is two things that I hate. I do not like it. And I used to do drop off service all the time. And I used to do laundry once a month because I'm here alone, right? I used to do laundry once a month. And let me tell you, when I go pick up my clothes, they stay right there in the laundry bag until I'm ready. I take my clothes out the laundry bag and wear them because I don't like to do laundry, neither from putting them in the washing machine to folding them to put them away. I just do not like it. But I will cook and clean every day, right? And my friend know that. So guess what? Now me and my friend live together. She don't cook because she don't like cook. She can cook, but she don't like it. Just like how I can do laundry, but I don't like it. So she do laundry and I cook. It's the same thing in a relationship. What's the difference? And when I say you compromise, like you can compromise because honest to God, if I'm with a man that takes care of the house, he treats me with respect and he loves me and I don't feel unwanted because the most horrible thing that can happen is being in a relationship and feeling lonely. If I'm with a man that do everything, take care of the house like a man is supposed to, right? And him sex work, you think me Me go because I sex what me running with when everything else is taken care of. No, 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 darling. I go teach you till I cannot teach you no more. You understand? It's just something more. And I think that comes with a lot of growth and maturity when you can really look past just say, oh, the sex is a certain way. How long after proposal should you get married? Honestly, me think say how money set up. Because if I can get married 3 months, like you see me, my wedding plan already, now just the money me not have. Me not have the husband, but me know how my wedding dress gonna stay. I know the theme of my wedding already. Me know everything about my wedding. Me have an idea about everything about my wedding already. I just the money for the wedding. You understand? Me know my wedding already. But I feel like based on the two persons um financial their financial needs, then they determine that. But for me personally, I say 3 months to 6 months after the proposal to get married. Yeah, me can do that. But so yeah, I feel like that. I feel like 3 to 6 months. I know people engage for 6 years. As someone walk around ring by my finger. Yeah, I think women are more mature. Women are more mature in that aspect for real. But me don't know, like I feel like me not live with nobody without we getting married. Exactly, I funds Shan because me feel like say if me and you date and you propose, 3 months is good. I wanna want with the plan so long. People here send out invitation to I'm gonna need 3 weeks in advance. And and no lie though, for me, I feel like the older I get, like when I was younger, I wanted a big wedding because yo, my family big. My father have 10 away. And outside 10 away, me and 8 of my siblings them good like that. And then my mother has 5 of us. So my family is big. So growing up I used to say I wanted a big wedding. But me not tell you, the older I get, I feel like I just got photos. Because when you think about me I basically they invite people on my wedding and I feed them. To come here and do. Sometimes I feel like I just want an intimate ceremony. Men are not more mature than women. Let's argue. It's okay, we discussed the part I topic here. Now let's argue. Women, listen, Brooklyn says that men are more mature than women. Who? Where? How? Yo, I don't even think that's worth an argument because there are certain conversations that women are willing to sit down and have that men are not. And all right, in reality, if a woman wanted to sit down and talk about your SCX game, would you feel comfortable having that conversation? Because man ego big, no ego big till it can't big no more. Would you be okay with sitting down and having a conversation? Your woman say, yo, babe, you're not pleasing me. Would that be something that you'd be okay with? They ask him when, where, how, what time, what century. That me want to know too. Come now, you start something, so come in at the comments. Talk fast. Tell we oh woman are more mature. Cause I don't know when that happen, which life. No, sir, Brooklyn, I disagree. Women think more maturely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, wait, Mike. Well, Brooklyn. Yo, me have a dirty habit I call people right name on the live sometime. I was about to ask this now because I do that just with me. Wait, do you understand Patois? I mean, I remember if you understand Patois. Do you understand when we speak Patois? Or because they type it sometime. I'm a forgot to say, yeah, Yankee. at Shan. Me not think him can hide Shan. Me I wait for him. You say everything what you send come give me, you need to say it on the live. We're having a live discussion. You know gonna hide man, he soon come back. Me not like the laundry, me not tell no lie. Me don't like it. My white clothes though, me buy cake soap. I have to wash my white clothes. I had to me have to buy cake soap and wash my white clothes then. Yeah, Christina, it a bruise here. Come I tell her say the man. When I told him, yo, for one good day, man, not talk to me and the man a good relationship. And the man decides he not talk to me. Hello, Brooklyn, where you there? Men are always in the mercy of women's feelings, and we have to do with grace. I think men should get more credit for that. Mina, I don't disagree, but I still don't agree that men are more mature. Listen, I'm gonna go like I wasn't sure if you understand Patois because some of the comments are in Patois, so I just want to reread it in English. No, he's back. He's back. He's back, Shan. All right. So he's saying that men are always at the mercy of women, and I think I don't completely agree with that because I think it depends on the man. It depends on the man, honestly, because you have some men is the way they are that cause women to react that way. So but I feel like you should never feel like you're at the mercy of anyone, especially if you're in a relationship. I feel like, yo, when I say the type of relationship that I want to have, I want to be able, like, this might sound gross, but I want to be able to just fart. If I want to fart, I should be able to just fart in front of the person I'm with and we just crack up about it. That's how I feel. Like, honestly. And people think that's gross, but that's how comfortable I want to be in my relationship because I feel like after you've been together for a certain time, like nothing should matter because for me, I think of relationships in the long haul. Like if I should get sick or my partner should get sick, especially after exchanging vows for better or for worse in sickness and in health, right? What if it comes to the point where I know I have to start taking care of my partner, washing his ASS, cleaning his SHIT and stuff like that? So before we get to that point, I want to be that comfortable with my partner. But most men don't have feelings whatsoever. So what you say, Shan? Shan, all right. Shan, me go disagree with you on that one. You know what? I feel like they have feelings, but because of the backlash that they get from us, they don't show their feelings or their emotions. Honestly, that's how me feel. So what you think about that? And this is a judgment-free zone. But I do feel like that men don't do that because they don't feel safe with the woman that they're with. Because I tell you, one time we weren't really together. We were just going on dates. Two lonely people just go on dates to occupy each other time. That's what we were doing. And I remember something happened with his daughter, and he was by my house, and all of a sudden he got quiet. I'm like, why? And he was like, yo, I'm leaving. So I followed him to the gate because that's not how he is. Because we had a very open, like, we could talk about anything and we were just friends. And I remember he started telling me about what was happening with his daughter and he started crying. And he was like, yo, Jamaican men, they act so macho. He was like, yo, I never let anybody see me cry. Like, this is a sign of weakness and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, it's not a sign of weakness. And I actually feel privileged to know that you can let that side of you show in front of me. So I mean, not tell lie, we make men know and show that. We make men know and show that side of them, that side of them. May I look for a picture for show you, Shan. Sister, she take me the shot, but I can't find it. No matter but host, no matter what the Christina, yeah, they will laugh. But host, no matter what the predicament, there has to be some emotions involved. So why not just man up and show it? Honestly, I always ask that too, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like men, me not tell you, so we Jamaican woman we harsh bad, me not lie, and that's something that I had to outgrow. Me used to be hard for a man. Me not tell no lie. But then I think it was because of my childhood experiences that caused me to have that. Like, me not trust man. So no matter how you profess love to me, I always think you're gonna hurt me. Like in my back of my mind, I always think so you're gonna hurt me. And that is why I always portray that onto them. Like, you know what I mean? Man with them but they love me, I just laugh. I'm saying, so I really feel like is how we is the vibe that they get from us that cause them to act like that. Cause me talk to man, me talk to man and say, yo, me don't really like to show me emotions, but especially Jamaican women, they love say to me. Them love say Jamaican women, and I feel like that's one of the reasons they go to other races because, and in some aspect, I feel like they do that too. Apart from us being harsh on them, as that's I'm quoting them, is that men them like woman where they can push over. Man, no one woman always stand up to them. So now, and I feel so for them that's it's an alpha thing. Like me, I think I'm an alpha female, so I cannot be with a weak man. You see, my ex, he was so weak, and I don't. It was such a turn off for me. But when you're young and in love, and you think say yeah, he was weak to me. Like, this man used to like that aspect wasn't bad. But I mean, we would have like conversations, and I mean, I always have to make it first move. I had to be making decisions for the whole soul. Like, me, I say so anything me say, I agree with it. I don't like that. But like a man that's gonna be respectful and talk back to me. You understand? Talk back to me. I don't want you to be the yes man in the relationship. No. You see, Nisha, and I feel like that's why I mean I agree with that, no lie. And Jamaican society grew our boys to say that a weak man crying him something. They know, I love a man that is emotionally inclined. That means you can't sit down and talk about me about your because I'm not a mind reader. Men are mind reader. I really feel like that's a stigma that Jamaicans that placed on their boys, like man not to cry, boy not to cry to be tough, but they have emotions just like we. They go through the same things that we go through. So Mike, if you disagree with me, tell me on the live that you disagree. Like nothing we say here is taken personally. No, we're not taking nothing personally. You can't disagree with me here. This is why I have this forum. So I want to hear other person's perspective. Maybe you're gonna say something to me that caused me to look at the situation differently. You think men are more logical? I don't think men are more well, I don't think it's either like men or women are more logical. I think being logical has to do with the individual actually, and your circumstances and the environment in which you were in which you were raised. Shan, I don't lie. Okay, Brooklyn, since Conway left, Conway and Wells, there was another gentleman here. Conway left and John and what his name left. How describe a good woman? Somebody in the comments say describe a good woman. Let us hear you describe a good woman. What is a good woman to you? Oh. Got you. Yo, I'm so into the live that's why. No, but it's true. I don't really want a yes man. I want somebody that can talk back to me. So Mike, describe a lovely woman. Describe a woman too, because somebody say ask a man to describe to describe a good woman. I hear them describe a slave. So let's hear what's a good woman. And guys, please make sure you're giving the video this live a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Yo, Nish, hey, Shana crack me up, you know, me not lie. Shan say man go describe a slave. Go on, Nisha. Go on, goody. No, but no, me just I say Jamaican society, this is why our men are not emotionally inclined. Because it's society, well, let me not say Jamaica, the black, it's a culture, it's in the black culture that men that show their emotions are weak. See, I'm not the mushy type of girl. See, I'm the girl that can get down and dirty if I had to. You see me? That's me. Like if me could have fixed a pipe, me that do my own plumbing. That's the type of girl that I am. I'm not the mushy type of girl. But in the same sense, I want a man that can soften me up. Like I don't want to be strong all the time. So I want a man that's emotionally inclined that can sit down and talk to me and say, yo, baby, you know what I said today? Yo, I had a hell of a day. I'm not gonna lie, I never feel it. I don't want my man have a hard day at work and it's stressing him out and him afraid to talk about it. I'm gonna say, how can a man he can't man up and deal with it? I don't want him to be like that. Yes, she come in long time master and a different identity. All right, so Brooklyn is saying he don't know what a good woman is, but he can tell us what he wants in a woman. So go ahead, Brooklyn. Tell us what you want in a woman. Lord God, Shan, come out tonight. Nothing. Don't take anything that is said here personally. I just saw if I think this is Brooklyn first time on my life. Shan, no run him. Okay? No, Sajo Mehmet, but yeah. This is how we have raw discussions here. So go ahead. Tell us what you look for in a woman or what do you want in a woman. Nisha, you just trick them so tonight. Go and go dance now. I would stop your dance all the way. Excuse me. So okay, Brooklyn is saying that he likes simple things like one, silliness, two, he likes his woman to be affectionate, he likes them to be sweet. That's pretty much it. And it's important for me to have a woman who's down for no matter what, how good I'm doing or how bad. Sha don't want no smoke with you. Over here, so it sound like it I get nice. But But those are all right. So for me, though, Brooklyn, those are things that I feel like that's just how humans should be. Period. For me, I feel like your answers, my opinion, I feel like your answers are generic, only because I feel like that's just how humans are supposed to be. Period. Guys, give me 1 minute. Me soon come back. Yeah, me did want something for you know. Yes, Shan, Shan, Shan. Brooklyn, what are you saying, Otto? Are you referring to my last comment, or are you referring to Shan's comment in the comment section? All right, Shan, tell him like I feel like me and you say the same thing. I feel like it's generic only because I personally feel like that's how humans should be. Period. Humans should be sweet. They should have some silliness in them. Blah blah blah. Oh, so Shan, give him an example of what do you want in a man, so you can see where you are come from. Your standpoint as to why you say is answer is just regular. Maybe he's looking in the wrong zone. Is my video buffering on anybody else's end? Because I just tried looking at it from another device and it's buffering. You don't? See, for me, all right, no lie. For me, I need somebody that's silly because I'm serious. Like, because that's all I'm used to. I'm always used to being the strong one. I have a very serious personality. If it comes to me laughing and whatever, I can do that. But like, if you get to know me, I'm very silly around my friends. But I feel like I have a very serious personality. So people who don't know me, people don't. Thank you, darling. Thanks, Nisha. So I was like, I need somebody that's gonna like not really bring that out in me, but me always serious. Thanks, guys. All right, good girl, son. And that I want for qualities one man not have. Me not lie. And my biggest reason why I'm single, I want a God fearing man. Because I feel like I live the life of me when party. Yo, me tell you something, I used to burn up. I used to party from Sunday to Sunday. I used to party Sunday to Sunday. Coming from party, just bed and change my clothes and go work. You could have asked me where any party was in Queens and I could have tell you. And I could have told you. It got to the point where I used to be at party collecting people money at doors, going to after party. So for me, no, I don't want somebody and I'm not willing to change no man. Me not try to change no man. So that's why for me, definitely I want a God fearing man. I want somebody. No, but what I'm saying, right? Somebody can be silly with you, but overall their personality can be serious. Like when I'm around my friends, I'm a clown around my friends. I'm a clown, like I'll crack jokes at myself at my friends when I'm around my friends. But if you're just knowing me, like I have a very serious personality, well, you know that. Can you tell me that already? But not to say if I'm around you and you acting stupid. If I find you funny, I'll be cracking up too. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm a clown around my friends. But I definitely want a God fearing man. And when I say God fearing man, I personally want a man that's safe. Like I want to be able to, like, me and my husband can go to church. I can worship in my house with my husband. We can pray together and stuff like that. Like, me no want a man to still a party and still a drink and a smoke, because I've been there and done that. And obviously, if you're still doing that, that's a part of your life that you're still in a transition from that point. Yup, I definitely want a best friend. But my biggest thing is no, I want someone that I can go to church with, I can worship with. Like, that's where I am currently at in my life. If you're not there, then for me, it makes no sense, honestly. And that's why for me, I haven't been on any date since the year came in, because anybody that asks me out, yo, I have a very busy schedule, and sometimes I feel like if if I don't see us, because if I'm dating, I'm dating with a purpose. If I don't see a future, I don't want to waste our time. Good night, darling. Thank you for stopping by. You know my lives don't go long, so at 12 o'clock, I'm done. 2 hours max, usually. My laptop just died. So yeah, but I want somebody that's into church, like everything. Like, I'm a very active member in my church, very active member. Go on with yourself, but when you get married, so who this so who come in for the RN family channel now? Tell me who. But Brooklyn, all right, you're saying that, yeah, you want a best friend too, right? But I feel like, are you say this goes back to the topic that started this, all right? Saying that you want a best friend, but what if you and the person is like on two different journey at the moment? Like, you're headed somewhere else and they're headed somewhere else. Would you want to, like, excuse me, what's the reason you would want to be with that person if both you're heading in two different directions? Oh, Nisha, that's just my thing. Your loving. Yes, but I feel like, I feel like women relationship standards are so different from men. A lot of men are very basic. I feel like women want so much more. We want a protector, a provider, somebody that's gonna love on us, somebody that we know gonna be there no matter what. You understand? And I feel like that's a fear. A lot of men, they just see the physical and they're not thinking that you're gonna get old and wrinkly, your breast them go get big and drop. Well, my breast them big and drop already. So that's not a problem for me. But yeah, I know what I mean. Like, I feel like for men it's just so physical. I have yet to meet a man that connected with me intellectually. Like, when I say intellectual, I mean I'm not talking about having no degrees and all that, because degrees don't make you smart. I mean, like, you can sit down and basically talk about anything, express yourself, your faults, the things you don't like about yourself, like that level. I want to be comfortable with someone where I can talk about all my flaws and know that, listen, none of this will matter. Like, in two different directions. All right, say, let's see. I'm my life and nobody don't know you. So let's use me and you for example. Like, right? You're God fearing, but and based on my observation, it's like, yes, you're God fearing, but you're not into the whole church thing like I am, right? I go to church on clockwork, like Sunday mornings. I'm in intercessory prayer. I'm giving exaltations at church. Like, me there Bible study, me there fasting, like me there youth service, anything at that church, I'm there. I don't feel like, say, for you, you are at that place in your life where you're committed to something like that. I feel like you're still at the place where, I want to go hang out with my boys. Like, if me know say church is at Tuesday night time, I try not to do anything on a Tuesday or stuff like that. I try not to. If I don't have to miss church on a Sunday, I try not to miss church on a Sunday. It must be something that I really can't control, or I'm out of state or something, or some like a special occasion. But like, I really won't make plans for a Sunday. Sundays are my chill day. I really don't like to do anything. I treat my Sundays like how Sabbath keeper treats Saturdays. I really don't like to do anything. Why for me them big long time I have them something up on my chest, Nika. Yeah, Nisha. Long time I have them something up on my chest. From me got high school, so yeah. Yeah, so that makes sense. My comment is not showing up, so yeah. You say got you. So you understand what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're heading in two different directions with someone, like, I'm at the place in my life where I don't want to waste anybody time. And I feel like if I don't want to waste I don't want to waste someone's time. I want someone not to waste my time too. So like, what's the point of us dating or even trying to get to know each other on that level if we know we're at two different points in our lives? Yeah, like that's where I'm at, and that's why for me, I'm not shock up with nobody before marriage. That's something that we have to talk about. You understand? I'm not saying that I am holier than thou. I strive to be holy because that's what the Bible requires. That's what God, not the Bible. That's what God requires of us, to be holy. So I try. You understand? Yes, I still do things and say things. So like the other day, something happened and I was so convicted I had to repent. I'm like, God, I'm really sorry. Like, I strive to be that way for Christ. Like, I want to represent Christ. So it's like, no, when me a date, it's pointless to date somebody that I don't have no intentions with. But never expect to say all of that. Honey life, Mike. Me never, me never expect to say all of that. That's a mouthful. But I don't know. I feel like it can be a deal breaker though. All right, guys, opinions, right? Let's have opinions. If you're dating someone or you're interested in someone that say yes, they're Christian, like Mike is saying, but me in a church activity, not even that I'm into church activity, I'm very, very active in my church. I'm very active to the point where they want to ordain me as evangelist. Well, me not feel like me ready, but sometimes you can't just help God can get, yeah, me start it, but me never know see you go. Me never know say go. Yes, Shan, me know you run come in. Yeah, me start it, but me never know say, you don't go in so deep. I was just using us as an example. But that's okay. I like to be transparent. That's fine. Maybe somebody's opinion will make me look at things differently. So guys, Shan, like your run come over here first. Right pan the live, yeah. So Shan, like your run company, right? And you read his comment. He's saying that I'm right? I'm a Christian. He's a Christian, but he's not into church activities like I am. And he doesn't think that should be a deal breaker. It's not a love connection. He's somebody that I've met outside of all of this. Well, we've not actually met. Every time, let me apologize, because every time he calls me and wants to meet up, it's always something with me. I'm not even gonna lie, and I can be honest and say that's because part of that too was because I feel like we're just not at the place where we should you know attempt to go there, because I feel like we're just heading two different places. But do you think that I'm wrong for saying that should be a deal breaker or not? Because he's saying that that shouldn't be a deal breaker for me. Mike, don't be gassing nobody up talking about it's a love connection. Listen, I'm very transparent with my subscribers, so that's fine. We can have this discussion because I feel like no lie, I feel like you be hitting me up, but sometimes I'll just be like, me just not see this. You understand? I just yo, don't be doing all of that. Come get them all of that on the live. Well, future wise. So me never know that. How I did not know that. My future husband gonna be in church right beside me. So and you know that they so yet. So I don't know about all of that. I don't know about all that. What are you talking about? You're not listen, we just gonna go in. But you're not even consistent though. So how are you saying you're not gonna let this gorgeous lady get away? You're not consistent. To me, you're not consistent. My understanding say yes, sometimes you hit me up and I don't respond. But in the same breath, I feel like you hit me up here, so and then one next 3 day or probably a week later or something. Actually, now, Christina, well, but this is good though. You see that I'm transparent because I really try to. I feel like you need to be open with your subscribers. So let's talk about it. And I feel like no lie, I feel like I have been giving him the cold shoulder. Honestly, me feel say me I give him the cold shoulder because me just feel like say we're just editing two different places. Honestly, me feel like what I'm looking for in my husband, like what me want, what I currently desire, he's not there yet. That's all. We're going to be right in the pews singing, "This is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made." Yeah. Yo, why did that just crack me up? Yo, why did that just crack me up like that? Yo, I forgot I can't use multiple emojis. Yo, I can't. I had, yo. Mm-mm. Yo, that just cracked me up. I'm not like, what you say? We gonna be right in the people singing "This is the day." Yo, I yeah, you have a very busy schedule, but I see you said that, but I also believe that I have a busy schedule too. But I feel like you make time. You make time. If you're really interested in somebody, you find time. You understand? I feel I feel like you would do that. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like you would do that. That proves to me that listen, because I feel like if we're single and we can find time out of our busy schedule, right? Of our video, because all right, I do YouTube and I'm working from home and I have several other things doing. I'm busy with church. I was my social media coordinator for church, so I'm always on my church page doing something. I'm always in a meeting with my church, like so. I had a lot of things going on. You understand what I mean? So I understand a busy day, but I feel like what's gonna happen if somebody can't if I can't make time for you out of my busy schedule and we truly end up being together in a marriage, what gonna happen when we have kids and we really start working? We go grow apart because we can't make time for each other. I honestly believe that we have to be able to make time for each other. I just don't believe, and that's one of the reasons why. No, guys, I'm not telling like I really be giving him the cool shoulder. Like sometimes he hit me up and I don't respond just because I feel like I don't know maybe at tonight or any reason if you have the talk here because no lie, he even hit me up tonight wanted to see me now. But see me fan live here, so it's okay. And I was like, I have a life. You know I don't lie about my life. And I was like, I have a life, but And I also feel like it's always the time. Like, but just feel like some booty call man in the hours a night, yeah. You understand? That's what I was saying. That's all I'm saying. But guys, no lie. Sometimes him like what I just don't feel. I know he's busy. I know that. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like when we are single now, if I'm just saying, when we are single now, if you can't find time for someone like no during your yes, you work a third you have a 13-hour schedule a day, right? But I feel like out of that 13-hour day, it shouldn't be like, all right, is when I'm going home, I'm gonna hit this person up, or when I reach home at 11 o'clock. For a woman, for a grown woman that knows exactly what they want, that look like a some booty call business. This is our first date. Guys, and be honest. Be honest. Y'all can be honest. What do you think? What do you think? Don't you think if a man hit up a woman at a certain hours of the night, that's like booty call, even if that is not their intention, that's what it come off as. It comes off as a booty call. That's really what it comes off as a booty call. Wait, I soon catch up. I don't know why my other phone start buffalo. Okay, so everybody I tell us that step up, Mike, step up. That's what everybody is saying, step up. Yes, Christina, I sometimes feel like it's a convenience thing because no lie, like me, I tell her say that like sometime he'll text me today, sometime he'll text me today, and then I want next 2 day. Then he will text me one good 3 day back to back, and then he miss like for a week. And for me, yes. And don't get me wrong, I understand your job, and I appreciate a man that works hard. That's the one thing. That's the one thing I saw my father did, and that's the one trait I look for in a man that my father did. My father was a very hard worker, and he made sure we were good. But I just feel like we're just lacking something, honestly. I work from okay, so Mikey's saying that he works from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then when he get off, he wants to spend the rest of my free time with all that melanin. Not saying no, I never said I text you. I never said I text you. I never said that. No, I never said I text you. And the guys, no lie, I never hit him up first because that's how I feel like. I'm not gonna lie. I would never say that. He always hits me up first. But I because I feel how I feel, and I feel like I don't want to waste this time. And I feel like all right, if I give him the cold shoulder, he'll just stop texting. But him not stop. I'm not gonna lie, him not stop. All if 1 week pass, he still a text me. No, but like me just I feel like say like let me tell you. Come in and think, Mike, do you care? Do you care? You can text my personal friend. Do you care that I'm going in depth about this? Cause nobody probably not know, you know. No, I'm not judging you. I'm not. I am not judging you. I'm just saying. You notice I said that you're hitting me up, but I'm not. I'm the one that sometimes don't respond. I did say that. I did say that, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like I don't want to waste your time based on previous conversations that we had, and I'm saying where I am currently in my life and what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? And then like I just wanted to make sure I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. I don't usually talk my personal business. They can tell you. I don't usually talk anything, but the people that are currently on this live right now are people that we can actually consider on my friend at this point because we're always on each other's lives and all of them are Jamaican. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable, so that's why I'm asking. So no, but that's what I'm saying. So you do understand what I'm saying? Like I felt like we just pretty much don't have. Okay, tell them what you do for a living so they can understand. Um, Mike, maybe that's why they don't understand. Tell them what you do for a living, and they'll. Well, the people that are here, like Christina, she probably might understand. Knowing with everything that's going on, Christina might understand. Because based on my understanding, his job is very demanding. But let me tell you, so why I asked you that, I'm gonna tell you like my first. So don't lie, Mike was growing on me for a brief moment, right? And I told him this because, like I said, I'm a very open person. Like I try to be as honest with you because I don't really want, but I don't like to feel like I'm hurting someone's feelings. I'm not that person. So that's why I just ignore the message, you know? That's why I'm ignoring message coming on. I think y'all should tell Miss Dark Skin Beauty she needs to step up. I need to step up. All right. He asked me upon a date, Shan, and I had some excuse. I don't even remember what. The other day he texted me, he asked me something if I like to go biking or something. I never answer. I never answer you, right, Mike? Yo, know that made thing more to me feel bad. I low key feel bad right now. Now that I'm thinking about it. But let me tell you why. Like I said, like I don't know if it's the way I was raised and certain things that are happening, right? That happened in my life. Like I just expect so much. I just expect that. Okay, Tamika. I just expect so much, and but let me tell you what was one of the reasons. I never told Mike this, but this is a safe space, and since it turned into a discussion about me, I have other females here, so maybe they can tell me if I was wrong because I'm an overthinker. I overthink everything. So this is what happened, right? When I first met Mike, and the guys, I met Mike online, and it so happened that he don't even live far from me, and every time he wants to meet me in person, I always have an excuse. So Brooklyn, let me stop saying Mike, cause okay, yes, we well, I know you're essential worker. Okay, and the first time he like legit hit me up, wanted to hang out. He was like, it was like 11 o'clock at night, and he was like, "I'm off work. You wanna come? You wanna come over?" And I was so turned off, like no lie. I felt like it's 11 o'clock. We've never actually met before, and the first time you invited me to come hang out, I just think it was a booty call. Even though he reassured me that it's nothing like that, that's just how I felt in that moment. You know, something I know if me interested, but me look like me I gotta reevaluate it after tonight. Since income hard pan live. Tyrone, why you laugh over? Tamika, you know how I am though. You know how I am. Like, guys, so my friend Tamika is here. Like, she's the one person that knows me, especially about dating. She knows how I get. Like, because I'm somebody that I actually when I get attached to you, I get attached to you. And I personally, I think I fall in love easily. I think I love you easily, and then I want to do everything for you. So I'm a very guarded person. That's why I ask you, That's why I ask you. But that's just how I felt. This is a safe space. Don't worry. Nobody who's on the live now. Nobody now go back go rewatch it after this. All right. Um. So Mike, see them at me. Someone must step up, so I should stop holding back on you. No, no, no. All right. So, Christina, it's not that I didn't want to. For me personally, how I am, if I'm not interested, I don't want to lead you on. And that was the thing for me. Like, he would text me sometimes, even though I don't think he was always being consistent. But he would text me and I would answer here and there. Like, no, like today, this week he texted me about 4 times. How many times did I respond to you, Mike? Probably twice. Yo, it sounds so bad when I'm saying it out loud. I'm so sorry. That sounds so bad. Am I in good hands? But Tamika will punch you out for me, you know. No, but that's how I felt. Like I just somebody feel like I don't want to lead you on if I'm not interested or if I don't feel like we can move forward. And like I said, Mike is not into the church business like that. Yes, he believes in God, and yes, he is from the Christian faith. But Mike is not going to the church and doing all of that. And you understand what I mean? Why you making me feel bad? Yo, now make me feel bad now. Tyrone, no, I don't play. Yep. Tyrone, quick question. Just to bounce back a little bit on the topic that we're having tonight. Did you and your wife ever live together before marriage? Because that was the discussion, but we stopped talking about it and it turned in on me. And that may I say, Nisha, like me the step, you say me I treating like the stepchild. I don't think I am though. I don't think I am. Some I just feel like the timing is wrong. You don't think so? Might be honest. You don't think that the timing with us is not right? Guys, me tell us I'm not telling a lie. I feel really bad. Now that I'm saying these things out loud, I actually feel really bad. I'm really, I forget, you know, saying I'm a message, I really, I look back and I'm a message, like I say, you text me, I may just not answer. I feel bad and I'm sorry. I can't actually own that. Come here, I say, I don't think you're being consistent, but even when you're texting, I'm not giving you any desire to be consistent because I don't be responding to your messages. I know, like, I have to respect it because I said I was going live tonight and you actually pulled up. Tamika, you missed it. This boy gonna say he gonna be right there on the pew singing. What was the song? Yo, in nonsense. Tamika, this boy said we gonna be on the pew singing like. But where Tyrone run guy, I ask Tyrone. So Tamika, let's jump back into the topic real quick. So on a soon jump back in me and my business. So the topic earlier was do you think couples, well it's still posted, should live together before marriage? Do you think they should? Seeing that you are newly engaged anyway. Girl, you know some overthinker, but I'm not telling lie. Tell me why. Let me put you onto something so y'all can hear. Last week Sunday night I went to church, right? It have a buzz. So tell me why Sunday night but they at church, guys. See that might come talk about future wife and all these things. And I'm going to joke. Sunday night I'm at church, right? And tell me why my pastor was like, raise your left hand. So I raised my left hand. My pastor told two evangelists to come and anoint my married finger because he saw that I had a big diamond, a white diamond ring on my finger. He see marriage in my future real soon. Yeah. What you mean you think Jesus would return your text if you texted him? What you mean? Me not laugh, man. It's just that I really take my Christian journey seriously. I really do. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. And Mike has expressed to me where he stands. So that's guys, not lie. That's the number one reason why I really feel like we're incompatible. But not lie, but not tell no lie. And guys, you can say congratulations to my friend Tamika. She recently just got engaged. Was it like 2 weeks now, Tamika? Yes, I'm so happy. And this is why I'm so big on my Christian faith. I no lie, my old church that I used to go to, Tamika go to, and because I just started going to my new church. Our pastor really prophesied that he saw marriages for people in our church, and people getting, and people are, this one girl that she's going to get pregnant, and no lie, Tamika got engaged, and that same girl, she's pregnant. So but me no know when you're ready. I'm ready, dark skin. Mike, it's not when I'm ready. Are you ready for my journey? Because listen to me. My thing is, if you are not in the church thing, tell me how we gonna make it work. Let's talk about it. How we gonna make it work? Let's be honest, totally honest right now. How is it gonna work? How is it going to work? That's my thing. And you know that. I think you low key called me uptight about it before. You said something, you were like, "Oh, if you're so holy," and those are comments that I don't like. Like, if I'm standing for something, I'm gonna need somebody that's gonna support me, regardless of what you believe. That's currently where I stand right now. You understand what I mean? So, and I don't feel like I don't want to change somebody. I want you to say, you know what, I really check for that girl here. So you know what? If that's where it's at, that's where it's at. Don't tell me to chill. I'm being serious right now. I'm being serious. Are you to tell me? How am I doing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am all right. I'm relaxed. Wait, me not like how Tyrone happened for the live and just gone. Me know, you know, session I do, but I'm just saying, like, where I'm standing is that, like, I feel like if I know I'm ready, like, I'm ready for marriage and kids. I know that about myself. I know that about myself. You understand? Oh, this is lurking in the comments. I don't even know who that is. But hey, go ahead, lurk. I feel like at the point in my life where I'm ready, you already know how I feel about sex before marriage. We already had this discussion. We had this discussion. We had that discussion. So guys, like, that's why I don't think I was being harsh. It's just that you never hear the saying, say if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And sometimes I feel like that's why men feel like they can run a woman head a certain way, because you say, all right, I'm not going there, and then you go there. They were like, oh, she did say she not did that before, and then she do it anyway. You understand what I mean? So you have to stand your ground. No, he doesn't feel like that. I asked him personally. It's on my phone, in that text me. I asked him if it was okay if I spoke about it, and he responded and said it was fine. That's the only reason I brought it up. That's the only reason I brought it up. I wouldn't have gone in depth if he said no. So I guess God must have brought him on this life for a reason. Because Mike never asked me about my YouTube yet. And tonight he asked me. Yo, why y'all cracking me up? Mike, how long has it been? How long has it been since we actually not met but met? How long? It's been a few months. Yeah, that's the one. I would not for nothing, regardless of the relationship that we currently have. I would never come on here, even though it's my life, and start. Even if I was going to talk about it, I would have talked about it like he wasn't here if he wasn't okay with it. Because I said that I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable, so I made sure I asked him. That's all I want to let me know, Christina. I'm not put nobody on the spot like that. At first, I him did come out here. I him did say one mouthful and make the conversation start. But yes, guys, you know, so I gone over my 2 hours. I usually don't spend so long since I first laid eyes on you. Mike, serious. Also, you have to take it slow. You won't find your perfect man, but you can grow together. As long as you know who God is, that is all that matters. The rest will fall into place. Okay, guys, okay. I'm not saying, all right, Tamika and Nisha, I completely agree. But I was saying, like, we had a conversation before where I felt like his head just wasn't at the space where mine was right now. And I feel like I would have to compromise myself. Like, no lie. You see, oh, Mike, I feel like you're the type of guy that now that wouldn't marry no pussy, no bag. You gonna have to test the waters before you get married to somebody. That's just how I feel. I feel like Mike wants to go in the cookie jar before he moves forward. That's how me feel. We met in January of when this year, cause it seemed way longer than that. No lie, it seems longer than that. I feel like it's longer. I feel like it's longer than January, honestly. That's crazy. I feel like it's way longer than January. I had to scroll back into my messages. Honestly, let's see. Mike said he has to test this 3 times a week. And I feel like when God sends you something good, you don't have to test it though. As long as you don't have baby taste buds. No, and honestly, God is still working on all of us. But I for me is when you were like, yo, I'm not really. Yes, I'm a Christian, but I'm not into going to the church all the time and all of that. And I just like, I feel like that's where I want my man to be. Even if you not say, all right, I'm gonna be devoted to it. But I at least want to know that my man is gonna be sitting with me in church. He's not gonna feel uncomfortable when I'm called on to do something and I start acting a fool for the Lord. Because anybody can tell you when it's time for me to worship, I will lay straight out on the floor. I don't care. That's how I am when it comes on to me worship. So I want somebody that's comfortable knowing that listen, when Anne Marie goes to church, she probably gonna act a fool. So you know. Where you say Nisha, after tonight the approach gonna be different. Where you say y'all said I should loosen up, you know. I like cookies, Oreos, chips, ahoy, nut butters, and a tall glass of milk. Okay, I don't like chips ahoy. They're nasty. I don't. I what kind of milk you like? What kind of milk you like? Yo, me no know. All right. Me think when me sorry, let me tell you. My whole intention is not to commit fornication. But like I said, if you really are attracted to someone and you're in a compromised space, listen, it might happen. But the Bible tells us we not to do that to ourselves, don't it? It says, shun the very appearance of evil. That's what the scripture says. I'm just trying to live my best life for God. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't want to be a hypocrite. Over here singing songs and worshiping, and then the next day I'm riding somebody's FACE. Ah, who caught that? Who caught that? I hope nobody caught that. I hope nobody caught Tabika, you caught that? Oh, cause I actually I haven't been to I don't like shopping at Trader Joe's anymore, but I really don't. I do mostly non-dairy stuff because I'm pescatarian. I don't eat meat. Tamika, you caught that, don't you? You alone catch that. Make me I wonder how Shan not catch that. How did Shan not catch that comment? Look like Mike never catch it either, so it's good. I only I actually I haven't been to I don't like shopping at Trader Joe's anymore, but I don't really do I do mostly Why is this not turning because down? I'm pescatarian. I don't eat meat. I have understand. Shani catch it? Who was you want when you're married and honeymoon nights, no eggplants, no dede, or it can't rise? Listen, there are ways of knowing that the eggplant can rise, okay? Before you actually do it. Okay? There are many ways. I'm sure say if I'm with him in certain places and the traction is gonna be there, you can feel probably go brace it for your leg or brace it for your if you feel it. So we are talking about it. Me not just coming on that game here. Me not that game here, a while. You can test it. Tamika, what are you saying? Yes, to my comment I'm gonna make. And Mike, you heard what I said. In our real life, I just don't want to be living that double life, Because people don't look honestly for me. People look at the church now like a whole bunch of hypocrites. I don't want to be one of that. One day I started preach. Like funny enough, Sunday night they asked me to preach at church, Tamika. I'm not tell nobody. And I was hoping that I wouldn't have to. They asked me to bring the word Sunday night at church. I'm gonna look on them and say, how are the people asking me to preach the word of God and then we go out here sitting on somebody's son FACE? Like, like to me that's just a double standard. My biggest thing is how do I win souls for Christ if that's who I am? And that's my biggest thing now. I have to be trying, like, listen, I have to be trying to control this flesh because of fleshly desires. I don't want to lose out on the kingdom of God. Yes, Mike, that's what I said. That is exactly what I said. I don't want it's like a double standard. You understand? I don't want to be doing that. I don't want to be doing that. I feel like it's either one or the other. If I'm gonna be out here having fun, okay, we'll have fun in the world, but I don't want to be mixing them together. I feel like I'm being a hypocrite doing that. You understand what I mean? And the Bible tells us to let your light so shine before men so they can see his good works within you and come to glorify your Father which is in heaven. So me not like it. I mean, maybe tell you something. Me also cuss people at Jamaica when they used to do them. I know so they live their dirty life and then come sing for choir. I feel like I'm doing the same thing out here, just having SEX and then going to church, going lead intercessory prayer, or going preach the word or something. And that weighs heavily on my spirit. Okay, I don't know why they're showing your message as spam, but Mike is asking the ladies in the comments if they are waiting on marriage. If they're waiting on marriage, or are you test driving? Are you guys waiting on marriage or are you test driving? Well, Tamika is engaged, so Tamika, share your views. Seeing that you are an engaged woman. But Tamika, I keep it raw and I keep it 100. I honestly, that's my biggest thing. I don't want to be playing a hypocrite. I don't want to be playing a hypocrite. I need to get two more than ice today, guys. I make sure that I'm soon come back. I soon come back. No go and talk. And answer Brooklyn comments. Are you guys test driving or are you guys waiting until marriage? Okay, guys, after this, I'm gonna be done. So let's see. Once you answer Brooklyn comment, I think I'm gonna be closing it off. I appreciate all you guys for joining me tonight. This live is overdue. I was supposed to do it last Tuesday, and I didn't have any power. And the power I got back power on Friday, and then I didn't have any internet because I think the box got hit or something. And then last night, I usually do my live on Tuesdays, but now I can't do it on Tuesdays because my old church used to do Bible study on Wednesdays, but my new church now do it on Tuesdays. So I'm gonna stick with Wednesdays for my lives. Are you still on the live? Yes, girl. Exact. And I love that. I can't wait for you and see and marry and have another baby. You know, say you may ask me to put in life to the mic. Yo, YouTube is so slow with the notifications. Oh no, Nisha them just post it. Come here, I wanna say why me just get the notification. So Nisha answer a question. Mike ask a question in the comments. Are you ladies waiting until marriage or are you test driving? Oh, Tamika, and that goes back to what I was saying about me and Mike, where both Mike want test drive the water before him decides he want to make that big commitment, and I'm not. I'm just not ready for that. I can't watch a video because I'm there on live. I can't use a phone. I'm gonna try watch Aaron video. Aaron just posted a new video with them no banana challenge, Christina. Feel like I might have to take another shower. Jeez. Ashan, where you see your present and eating your popcorn? Oh, Tamika, this is the first time being on one of my lives, right? I'm tagging it on Facebook. That's what you see. So every Wednesday night, guys, for now, I'll be doing live. I was doing it on Tuesdays, but it won't work on Tuesdays anymore. Tuesdays, I have Bible study. So, let's say, Shania, get worried for disappointments? Well, I've gotten disappointments before. And me test it, it still was no good. And me test it again, it still ain't good. Yes, make Tamika answer because we have the conversation there too. But you have to be specific. When you say no physical interaction at all, what do you mean? Are you talking about kissing, performing oral, or just touching period? What are you? Be specific. Physical interaction is a whole, that umbrella is very wide. Because I wouldn't have a problem kissing somebody, but I just feel like I ate that train. So when you say physical interaction, what do you mean? And next week's topic will be, how long should you wait to get married after you're engaged? Your car, your Carfax say you have no accidents. Don't stop go around with something. Stop using sarcasm and silliness to go around the question. When you say no physical, what you mean? I don't have a problem with kissing, but that's what I'm asking. When you say physical, what you mean? I know people who never kissed before they got married, not at all. And your wedding day was the first time they kissed. So if you get kissed, you get enough. But man, did we not have this conversation already? And this is why it goes back to why I feel like currently, if we met probably 2 years prior, the Anne Maria that was back then would probably be fine with that. 2 years ago, I didn't go to church. So it's all about where we are. I don't drink, I don't smoke. Like, I feel like if we should go out or we should go to a party and I'm not drinking, I don't want to be the party pooper, but that's currently where I stand. So how that go look? Christina look like she got in her bed. What that is disgusting now, even. Guys, I said I was leaving here at 12 o'clock and I'm still here. Did anybody answer your question? As soon as Tamika answer your question, I'm gonna end this live. I think. I truly appreciate everybody for being here. Mike, thank you for being here and being a sport. And guys, please go subscribe to the other content creators. Like the RN family is a content creator here. They right now they have a 7-day challenge going on. You can go subscribe to them. If you like cooking, so Brooklyn, if you want to learn to cook Jamaican cuisine, you can go subscribe to Shan's Kitchen. Who else is here? Christina's vlog. I think we're the only content creators here. So guys, please go over there and subscribe to their channels. So we have Christina's vlog, Shan's Kitchen, Orange family. Those are the only content creators that are currently on here tonight. Even though I don't know where Orange family gone. They just posted a video, so that's where they probably were. Seriously, man, I appreciate that though. I want you to teach me. What do you want me to teach you, Mike? What do you want me to teach you? Mike, we both get the urge because we are human, but we came to an agreement to wait until we're married. Exactly. I don't know what's the big deal. Me not tell no lie. I don't know why is it so hard to wait until marriage. You can teach somebody. You can teach them. You can teach them, say, babes, I like to be touched here or I like to be touched there. Or you set them good. I'm sure we all had sexual interactions even before we were Christians, right? Yeah, yeah, but you can still subscribe to Shan's Kitchen. You know, I like to. You can still go since they're the only content and they always support me. Whenever I post or I go live, they're always here. What was I gonna say? Okay, I was saying I'm sure we all have sexual relations before we got saved. And I'm sure we all had bad encounters, both with female and male. But for like Mike, say for instance, you're doing the cowboy, right? Exactly. See, because we know what kissing can lead to. Exactly, Tamika. Because you know what kissing can lead to. If there's a compromise, but what do you want the compromise on, though, Mike? That's what I'm not understanding. Where do you want the compromise on? That's what I'm asking you. What physical interactions would you, we're dating, right? And you know where I stand spiritually. You're not there yet. What physical interactions would you want from me is what I'm asking you. And the thing is, Cian is also saved, so that makes the difference. He understands. Cian is a minister, right, Tamika? He's a minister in his church or something. I think he's a minister in his church. So from a big biblical, and this is why it goes back to someone that is fully committed in their Christian walk as to someone that just believes in Jesus and go to church sometimes. It's too different. I cannot put that expectation on you that you're going to want to hold out until marriage, or you're not going to want to do the nasty. You understand? Because at where you are in your life, you're still at that point where those are the things you want to experience. But for me, I don't deem it necessary to do all those things and to have a successful relationship or marriage. If I say that's not who I am, will I get judged? I respect the stance, but I'm honest that and okay, and you see what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. What now you understand where I was like, it's not like I don't I it's not like I completely would say I don't want to talk to you, but these are the reasons why I feel like we're on two different paths in our lives. This is exactly why I say that, because we've had this conversation before, and that's exactly what you said. And for me, I'm at the point in my life, I'm not saying that I don't think it wouldn't happen if we really like each other, and you know what I mean, and we're somewhere. But like, I do not have the intention to be like, oh, I'm dating, and if he wants to have sex, I'm going to do it. I do not have that intention. And like, you have that expectation. You have that expectation that if you are dating someone, you need something more than just kissing on someone. You understand? You want more, and that's why, that's honestly why I say that, because I cannot come now and know that we have two different stands. You understand? Right now in your life, that's like a no for you, and the other version is like a no for me. So I'm like, why do we want to put ourselves in that position? It's like one of us is going to fold, and one of us is going to do something that we don't want to do. It's either it's either I'm going to start messing with you, or you just going to come in the church and say, all right, me and I church now, so Anne Marie going to give me the cookie. Exactly. So no, Shan, where are you? Know that, yeah, like all the joke is aside and something. This is what I'm saying. Like this is where it will get real. This is where it gets real. Like, do we really want to be wasting each other's time if we are not at the same place right now? Cause that, and I respect that, because some men will be like, yes, I'll try, and really that's not their expectation. And that's what I respect about you. From day one, you said that ain't for me. And I respect that. In the same way, you respect that from me. So that's my thing, is like, why would we try to pursue being exclusive with each other when when you know I won't be fulfilling certain desires you have, and I know that certain things that I stand for, you're not standing with me on it. You understand? I just don't want us to be wasting each other's time. That's all. Like, when you could be out there possible meeting someone who's gonna fulfill all the needs that you want me to fulfill, but that I'm not fulfilling. That is just gonna cause you to stray anyway. Imagine us dating and you want to do certain things, and I'm like, no. And you're in the mood and somebody's willing to give you gonna go step outside and go and do it because you're getting what you want. Then how is that a healthy relationship? It's not. And this is why for me communication is, I'm so big on communication, because these are things that people need to talk about. Don't go jump in a relationship with someone just because you get lonely, or just because you think I'm so attracted to this person, or she's beautiful, or he's handsome. You know what I mean? You have to have real conversations and put your real life feelings out there, and the things that you stand for. Just like I say, like, would you date a woman that had 3 kids with 3 baby daddies right now? That's probably something you wouldn't do. Like, oh, I took a stand. I don't want nobody with more than one child. If I end up with somebody, he needs to have one child. I don't want nobody who have more than one pitney. One pitney and that's it. Not two, one. The only way you must have two is like his twins. But those are just certain stands that you take because you know that you have expectations for yourself. And it would be very selfish of me to put my expectations on you after you've made it clear that, listen, this is not what I want. So, Mike, so after in all seriousness, after tonight, right? Because I think we had a really good conversation, a good discussion. After tonight, do you really think you would want to pursue me like that? Do you really think you would want to pursue me like that after tonight? Right, Tamika, and that's what I'm saying. I really do genuinely believe that he is a good guy, but this good guy is just not my good guy. No, but see, we're not talking about testing, Mike. We're not talking about testing. You're saying that that's something that you require. We're not talking about testing. Testing something is like, all right, we're exclusive, we're engaged, and you say, listen, babes, I want to do the do before we got married. That's testing. But for you to say you just said that's not you to just be kissing, you just said that's not you. That means it's an expectation you have to be pleased throughout the relationship. But God knows my heart and know that I'm not a bad person, but he still gives us rules to live by. There's still 10 commandments that you have to follow. Why would I just want to be like just knowing that I plan like I'm like, oh, I'm going to my house to just have sex. Like that's just you just knowing you already plan to do the thing. And I don't think that's right. But we can continue this conversation on my phone because I'm about to end this live. I'm really way over my time. I don't like talking this long on live. I typically spend 2 hours and that's it. I'm almost pushing 3 hours. Tamika, don't be miking him. Yeah, Mike said that's not him. And Tamika, every time I date someone, I tell Tamika, I told you about him. I did. He's the guy I told you about that I met on the site. And he was like, the same thing that he just said. I told you he said that. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. He's the one I was telling you about. Tamika, don't be gassing him. Don't be gassing him up. I don't want to fight. I'm just being real. Tamika know that I'm a realist. I know I overthink, but I'm a realist. You just said that's not you, period. You just said you respect my stance, but that's not you. So what are we going to do? What tell me, Mike? That's what I'm saying. What are we going to do? You made it clear that's not you, and I'm saying that's me. Oh my Jesus, guys, don't you hear him say he's not with what I'm with? It come like all Mr. Pat. Don't just hear it talk about future wife. That's all the year Mike I talk about. Mouth cut cross if you say anything. That's an old Jamaican proverb. Mouth cut crossway to say anything. Mike, since you're out here professing all this, we can ask you a question in our real life. Can I ask you a question? And don't say yes if you know what I'm asking. I don't think it's that deep, but can I ask you a question? I am calm. You never understand how calm I am right now. But can I ask you a question though? Since you're saying all of this and you have so much weakness in my life, can I ask you a question? And be honest about it. Even though I don't think you're not an honest person, like you come off as the person that just say what you gotta say. Honestly, what is it that you like about me? What is it that you like about me? Because you've always been saying this now, you always. So I want to know what is it that you genuinely. You've never met me. We video chatted what like twice. We had a vocal conversation probably like 3 times on the phone. We've exchanged text messages or so tell me. Thank you. So tell me what is it that makes you feel like you are so drawn to me? Because I already said I have a serious personality. And you from the get go, you told me that you was like, you need to warm up. But that's just my personality. Like Tamika can tell you, I am a clown when I'm with my friends, but I know my initial personality is just very serious until I get very comfortable with someone. So tell me, what is it that you genuinely like about me? Why you feel like you're so drawn to me? Because most man, if them text woman, a woman not text them back. They won't be this consistent. They still not gonna text the woman like that. Let me write down this next week's topic in my notes. Since I'm here, I should make content and I haven't made a content in a while. I feel like God is taking my YouTube channel in a whole nother direction. I'm not even gonna lie. See, look at all of this. I have all of these content, these things were in my notes to do, and I just haven't made any video. Just don't feel like it. Okay. So to the topic. Yes, he do. Which one you respond to, Tamika? Live topic discussion. And it's how long should you wait? Who they name me on Instagram? May I wait for Mike to answer then we can close out the live. The Maristan Monroe, them don't know somebody there over here. I was on live, them over Instagram, I text for Instagram. Come. Okay, one. Okay, so he's saying one, my complexion. Two, my smile. Thank you. Three, Christian woman. Four, I'm funny sometimes. I know. Five, the rest you have to find out after life. So text me, come on, know in a real life. One more. So guys, it was truly a pleasure having you guys here tonight. Please join me next week at the same time. Is it at the same time? Oh my god. I will try to hopefully I'm back because I will be out of state next week. But I should be coming back on Wednesday. So hopefully I get here before 10 p.m. next week and I will definitely be going live. So next week topic will be how long should couples be engaged before they get married? Okay? All right, guys. Good night. So, Mike, you can text me the rest of that. My lovely sister friend, Tamika, thank you for stopping by. And to all the people that are always here. You don't know, say Shan and Christina, Nisha, don't know, so no regularity. So, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Good night. And you know, I always close my videos with be positive, stay positive, think positive, because whatever you put in the atmosphere, that is what will come back to you. Good night.